Hey y'all, Sherry G. Welcome to the channel. Where's Martell Holt been these past couple of weeks? Y'all, we have not seen hide nor hair of Martell on these past two episodes anyway. As a matter of fact, I believe the last time we heard from him, he was at the gym with Ariane, where he was heard but not seen. You know, she was all skinning and grinning, smiling like a Chessy cat, so excited, that he was there with her, eyes gleaming and dancing like a little schoolgirl. And we can hear Martell's voice in the background, but for whatever odd reason, he didn't show his face on camera. Well, we really haven't seen anything from him since then. Until recently, that is. So y'all, I'm going to give you my thoughts, okay? But first, you know what I got to do. I'm going to run my disclaimer. And then I'm going to come back with my commentary. Hang tight. Okay, y'all, I'm back. And like I said, I'm going to give my thoughts on what happened or what's been up with Mr. Martell Holt. So keep in mind that these are my views. It's just me thinking out loud, I guess you could say. Everything that I say is just my opinion. Doesn't mean anything, right? It's just my opinion. Everything is alleged. And also, anyone who chooses to comment down below in the comment section, it's just their opinion too. Just their way of seeing things. If you haven't done so, go ahead and hit that like button. So anyway, y'all, yes, Martell wasn't seen in either of the last two episodes. I can honestly say I really didn't miss him until he showed up, on social media. Then I was like, we haven't seen you these last two episodes. Now, I do believe he's going to be in next week's episode or this Saturday's episode. But yeah, seriously, I didn't even notice he wasn't there. So we all know that Chris Fletcher told Martell that he had to be out of that house he was renting or squatting in, allegedly. He initially told him he had 30 days, and then he changed it to 2 weeks by the end of that conversation. So anyway, that whole scene where Martell was seemingly upset, and he was really leaning on the friendship between he and Chris and thinking that that would carry him and he would be able to stay in that house. The house that didn't even belong to Fletcher, belonged to somebody else, but Martell couldn't even see the big picture. He could only see, how Martell is, allegedly, in my opinion. Selfish. So he could only see himself and his needs. And then he tried to use his children as an anchor, but it didn't work. So anyway, in between that episode and now, Chris was no longer the broker selling the property. The property went to another broker or to another brokerage company on September 1st, and they listed it again. On the 21st of September, the house went into pending status, and it's now listed as under contract. So let me go ahead and show you these pictures so that you can see our, just for visual aspects. Hang tight. So yes, y'all, the house is under contract. So when it comes to Martell and why he's been missing in action, or why he was missing in action, that is, my guess is he seriously had to get out of that house with the quickness. Because as we know, the new broker didn't give two flips about who Martell thinks he is or his manipulation tactics to get things to move in his favor. So I'm thinking he had to pack up his crap and go. And he had to do it in 2 weeks. And that's why we hadn't seen him for 2 weeks. Again, this is just my allegation based on the conversation between he and Chris Fletcher and what we see now as far as the movement of that particular residence. So anyway, y'all, while packing, it appears he grabbed a few bottles of his Inez wine to make him some money. So here's why.
What's up? This is your guy Martell Holt, and I need you guys to meet me at Miguel Wilson's Fashion and Polo Classic. And yes, Inez Wine will be in the building. So I need you guys to meet me there, rain or shine. We there.
Well, Mr. Miguel Wilson is having his 6th annual Fashion and Polo Classic. Martell, he'll be participating, it looks like. It looks like Miguel is allowing Martell to showcase his wine at this event. Did y'all notice the advertisement was about the wine and come meet me, Mr. Martell Holt? There was nothing about the suit line, though. Oh, yeah, that's probably because the cost to launch is like, what, in the 100K range? If he is struggling to find a place to call home, then we know that suit line ain't happening, because a place to call home is going to be a priority. So, oh, and whatever happened to the underwear line? Now that I think about it, I think he was, when he was doing those things with Sheree, he said he was going to be doing an underwear line. So we've heard nada about that. Well, we will see old Marty Marr this upcoming episode, I believe. If he did take the 2 weeks to pack and get out of that house, I'm glad he did, because it would be a sheer embarrassment for the children to have the internet full of pictures of Martell's belongings, as well as anything that the kids might have over there, all out on the curb because he got evicted. You know, I know the kids they say that they don't really have a lot of access to the internet and everything, but it's the other children at school who do. It's the other children at school who would be the ones to bring it up and show it to them. And like I said, that would be pretty embarrassing for the kids. So y'all, word out on the street is that they've begun filming for this season's reunion. I think that's what Anthony said anyway over on his channel. Outside of some possible residual checks that may come due to the show reaching the 100 episodes, that's it for any income beside what the cast has going on outside of the show. And again, we don't know what Martell's doing. I mean, he hasn't showed us anything. As far as it stands today, he still doesn't have his builder's license. And like I just mentioned, nothing's happened with the suit line, or we haven't heard anything about the underwear line either. So I guess it's a good thing Martell has those bottles of wine that he can dust off and sell in the meantime, in between time. I mean, hopefully there'll be a next season when it comes to this particular show. Not really sure where it's going to go, especially because, Mel now has ownership at the Nubian network. So we'll see. Anyway, y'all, that's all I have for you today. If you haven't done so, go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. I'll be back. Until then, ciao.